Paul, I've got the newest get-rich-quick schemes sorted.
Oh, no, /yay.
Yay! This one's going to work. Basically, I want to adapt this podcast into a classic arcade platformer in the hopes that Hollywood, in its desperate fucking attempt to grab hold of any idea or unique
sheer
intellectual
lack
property,
of integrity, yeah.
The sheer lack of energy, guts,
Yeah.
imagination, and wit,
And butts.
particularly the Minions guys, will adapt it into a big movie of Chris Pratt. So,
Ooh, lovely.
describe for me the OGT game.
Okay, well,
on the SNES.
Okay, the OGT game. What the first question, Paul, is what decade was this podcast first created?
1991, you know that.
1991. So obviously,
yep.
We want music. We want music for the soundtrack only exclusively from the year 1991, not necessarily indicative of the game or of the culture, but just of that year, so that when people see it, they'll go, "Ah, Hadaway, what is love?" That's the song of 1991, everyone, for all of our young fans. And
if that fucking song didn't come out in 1991, I'm going to eat everything I own.
I don't know what song you were doing, but it sounded a lot like Hadaway's "What Is Love," which is what I was getting at.
It was Tricky by Run DMC because I'm pretty fucking cool.
Oh, and something.
But chiptune?
It's Tricky. Oh, but chiptune.
Yeah. They'll have like an audio file, but it'll be really, really like slow. But what about the gameplay, mate? Who are the baddies? What are the zones?
Oh, well, it's mostly fabricated strawman examples of the right and the Sandlerverse, and I'd like to think that Adam Sandler was playing them all, not ironically.
How about a level set on like the Surf Ninja Island at the end, Partizan or whatever it was called, only where all the bad guys are various sort of multi-faced creations of Adam Sandler.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say Baby Bearders.
Baby Bearders would be good. They're unlockable characters. Our fellow podcasters are unlockable characters with their own unique weapons.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, no, I like that. I mean, Rob Schneider's could be... He's got a helmet that sees into the future, and he's decided that he can become an anti-vaxxer in the 90s.
He's the ultimate bad guy of the first stage.
Yeah, I think so. Episodes 0 to 50. Oh, God.
And it proceeds from there. You can use your imagination, folks. Mamma mia! That's right, it's another week of bad Italian accents. Though none as offensively brought us that awful woman who was on last week. She's Swedish. I'm Pauline Kong.
It's me.
Paul Gibbon.
Mushroom Man. I play Mario.
Mushroom Man.
Hey kids, it's Mushroom Man and Green Boy.
And his gang.
And the rest. The box hoppers.
Rest, those wacky characters that you love and keep going to see at the cinema.
Oh,
well, look, Paul, Halloween's over. The spooky season's behind us. Christmas break is a month away. Can't celebrate now. We're not a supermarket. So, why not take a break? Why not take a moment to reflect?
Oh, really?
Review the last 11 months and ask,
what's
that all about? What's that all about there? What's going on?
What was the last 11 months about? That's a labyrinthine question.
Yeah,
myriad answers.
And a casual glance at the highest grossing movies of the year suggests that maybe, just a little bit, Disney's vice-like grip on the box office might be faltering slightly. After all, they can only lay claim to having 2 of the highest grossing films of the year at the moment. That's loser shit.
That's pretty sad bullshit as far as Disney's concerned. Which 2 movies are those?
Oh, mate. Little Mermaid and one of their superhero movies, Guardians, I think.
Okay.
Pretty big step down from last year. The highest grossing film of the year is going to be the entity known as Barbenheimer. Just those 2 movies right there at the top of the... Oh, wait. What's that between Barbie and Oppenheimer, breaking up that beautiful duo? Oh, no. It's the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, no.
No, the beautiful Barbenheimer.
Bowser is coming. Together, we are are going to stop that monster.
How? Look at us. We're adorable.
I got this. No problem. Yes!
Come on, Mario! Our big adventure begins now!
Ah! Get it off! Get it off! Get it off!
Don't worry, folks. You haven't been hit by a blue shell. We're not reviewing the Dennis Hopper movie again, as as that movie is known. The 1993 film's failure was enough to make Nintendo very protective of the film rights for the better part of 3 decades. Thank God for Adam Sandler and Pixels.
Show Nintendo that the world, yes, is ready for more Rob Schneider.
Hold on, we don't want to make a movie unless it's of the very highest quality. Hear me out. You don't have to.
That is very interesting, actually.
Go on. I've literally already left the room. Wow, what a wonderful man. Let's give him all of our rights. According to Mario Daddy Shigeru Miyamoto, it was the Virtual Console on the Switch that gave him the idea for a new Mario movie. He's just working at Nintendo every day, and one day he's like, oh yeah, that guy with the red hat and the mustache.
Oh yeah.
Put him in a game. Put him in a movie.
I like to think that every year he's doing that, and he's like, what can Nintendo do next? And he turns around and sees the massive Mario mural on the wall and everybody running around in Mario hats. Being like, we at Nintendo make Mario. And he went, oh yeah. Nice. Mario with a hat.
What can I do for a movie? Satoshi-kun, please come in. It's a me, Satoshi-kun. It's a me, Shigeru Miyamoto.
Damn this custom.
Damn this office culture. Miyamoto knew that making a film was very different to making a game, so he approached the experts, the studio that made Minions.
Oh, I love what they've done for film.
I love what they're doing to film.
I love that you can put on a Minions studio movie, and from the very first frame of animation, you're like, that's a Minions.
It's a me Minions.
I hope Gru doesn't show up. He's hilarious.
I hope he doesn't show up. I won't wet myself. Yes, actually, he already knew the founder of Illumination Studios, Chris Meledandri, through the Universal Parks and Resorts. Great. Because Illumination is part of Universal, and Miyamoto worked with Universal Parks and Resorts because he was involved in making the Mario bit of that.
Great. All this is good.
Bit. And they didn't want to theme it off of the Bob Hoskins scenario.
You don't want to thieve anything from Bob Hoskins. He's, despite dead, incredibly aggressive and protective.
Yeah. And disruptive. And you don't want to give anything to him.
As any wandering spirit should be. God rest
Coming to Super Mario Brothers Land, 1993. What's that smell? Don't worry about it. Just get in there. Here's your booze. Are you the real John Leguizamo? No. His mustache falls on? No.
I'm John Leguizamo from OGT.
I'm a hellish sort of shared entity based vaguely on one of the Paul's memory of a hit 90s song. Oh, was that Run DMC with Tricky? No, that's actually Better Than You Think. Anyway. The film was written earlier. The film was written by Matthew Fogel, who had previously written Minions: The Rise of Gru.
Oh, okay.
Good stuff. It's a very rich catalogue of films that Illumination has.
The
directors are Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelinek, known for their work on Teen Titans Go.
Yay! Go!
But, go! Horvath and Jelinek, Jellicle. Horvath and the Jellicle Cats wanted their work on Mario to be the opposite of the irreverent Teen Titans Go, aiming for something more cinematic and emotional.
Serious and confrontational.
Yes. Teen
like
Titans
a Lars
Go.
von Trier.
Ideally. The Lars von Trier movie of the video game world is actually what they made with Super Mario Bros. 1993. Go check it out.
Please.
I can't believe they actually followed the Dogma 95 treatment, and that actually was just Brooklyn in the 90s.
Yeah, it's incredible,
Gumbas
really.
And all.
Yeah. The only thing they brought in that wasn't naturally part of that was Bob Hoskins.
So that's why they got kicked out.
Yeah.
With Lars von Trier. Oh god. They decided they wanted this to be an origin story for the brothers, starting them as blue-collar workers in Brooklyn. It's a solid approach. I can't imagine it's been done before.
No, probably not. And do you know, it's been so long, and everyone's been like, why hasn't anyone done a single meta joke about the Marios in the real world? And finally, we're going to get to see what that's like.
I'm looking forward to that. Regular Mario actor since 1991, Charles Martinet, said that the idea of playing the red and blue plumber in the movie would be a marvelous thing, and that he would go in and play with great joy and happiness. So Chris Pratt did it.
Yeah. They called him up and they're like, we're looking for that Mario. It's got to be the right one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have Chris Pratt's number?
He tore the script out of his hand and threw it across the room to where Chris Pratt was sleeping.
Kicked it up his butt. And
kicked up his butt. And it's
Chris
dreadful.
Pratt went, I'll do this. Yeah, whatever.
Now look, obviously there was controversy about the super not Italian Chris Pratt doing an Italian voice.
Yeah.
But Carey Payton, who voices King Penguin in this memorable role, was quick to reassure fans. He's playing it as New York, an Italian guy, a cousin to the Sopranos, and then the original accent was scrapped for sounding too much like Tony Soprano.
Wow. Yeah.
We've got to save Luigi from the Mushroom Kingdom. Hey, do I fucking come down to where you work and tell you how to do shit?
What's this? What's this in the fucking spaghetti? Fucking mushrooms?
What's the matter with you?
This fucking guy, I'll kill you. That's not an Italian accent.
No, I'm actually asking you.
There we go.
Actually asking, what the fuck's the matter with you? I'm trying to get it more into Gandolfini, which is higher than your standard sort of New York gangster.
Look, I shouldn't have launched into a Sopranos accent having never seen The Sopranos. That's on me.
Look, I'm not going to say it wasn't foolhardy, but I will say I respect it. And you.
Hence this podcast.
Pratt said that Mario's traditional voice was the soundtrack to the fans' youth, and you don't want someone to come along and cynically kind of destroy it as a cash grab with a movie. I fully understand that. You do not want that to happen. And then he just seemingly stopped talking. I understand. That's the last thing in the world you want to happen.
Yeah, but what?
Does that mean... I was in Parks and Rec. Oh, yeah. I always forget if that was you or the other guy. What other guy? Never mind. Anyway, Charlie Day. Charlie Day was originally doing Luigi with a New York accent similar to Goodfellas, so there are no other kinds of movies that have Italian New Yorkers in them. There actually aren't.
No, I'm trying to think now. There's none. Jungle to Jungle? No.
No, that was full of gangsters.
God.
As authentic as that movie was to the Italian-American experience, it was just still playing into mobster stereotypes.
Yeah.
How about Sleepers? That'll do.
Yeah. I'm going to say Sleepers /65. I don't believe.
Yeah, the one with Adam Driver.
Andrew, quotation marks, Adam Driver.
Adam Driver, yeah. God bless him. Oh, God, yes. The plot was kept secret from the cast because if the public found out the twists, then no one would want to come to this.
Oh my God!
Mario wins. I'm not. Well, I'm done.
Those twists were everything, mate. I was there being like, oh, I know what's going to happen, roughly. Wow. What's
going to happen next?
Thank
God they guarded the script so closely.
Thank God. Hey, guys, go and watch this. I swear to God, you're not going to forgive yourself if you encounter what we've gone through in our plot retelling.
Yeah.
I can barely string the sentence together. That's how crazy this is.
That's how excited I am. Now look,
watch this fucking movie. All I'll say is mushrooms.
Yeah, there were mushrooms in it, and I'm sorry to even reveal that much. More controversy came when it became clear that Seth Rogen would be voicing Donkey Kong in his, quote, regular speaking voice.
I let him win, just for the record.
Really, though? Why would you do that?
You want to know why? It's mind your own business, that's why.
Instead of, doing something entertaining. He said that, if you want me to be in this movie, then it's going to sound like me. And that's it. That was the beginning and end of that conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So we addressed complaints to the studio then. Because you've not defended what happened. You've just said it wasn't because of me. And we don't like it, so... Thanks? Do you have an address? Do you have an email address? No, I don't want a phone number.
Why is this an issue?
Well, Rogan was...
When I was watching this movie, I didn't think... I was thinking, God, do you know what? This movie's perfect, but Seth Rogen didn't try.
Well, spoiler alert, mate. One of my big feedbacks on this is that nobody is doing a fucking fun voice. Like voice actors would do. And I'm really sick of the fact that these big budget animation things are just like, let's just cram the credits full of names. Who cares that they can't do voice acting, which is a unique skill in and of itself? Let's just fill it full of names. Kids don't know who Seth Rogen is, nor should they.
Never mind, though. You'll wait and see who we've got playing Cranky Kong. But no,
Dave.
Great. No, I
Hi, kids. I'm Cranky
agree.
Kong.
Hello. No, I fully agree. It's just funny that Seth Rogen was singled out for that.
Everyone was singled out, which is that's a very difficult concept when it comes to singling out.
That's right. I'm talking to you, and somehow they all knew that I was pointing at all of them.
But Seth Rogen more than most. Hovarth claimed that they took a blockbuster approach to making this film, saying, "To me, this is a movie that's been like 40 years in the making, you know? And I've always considered Mario more than an action game. The characters look comedic, but the story is always high stakes. You got to save the princess or save the world or whatever in the game.
Or whatever.
So we wanted to reflect that action sensibility. Or whatever. I mean, who actually fucking knows or cares?
40 years in the making. You know, like Mad God. Like Phil Tippett's Mad God.
You know, the game's always so high stakes.
Off.
You got to fucking get to the castle or whatever.
You got to get the thing. And sometimes the thing isn't even where you think it's going to be. Wow, you know.
Oh, shit! And sometimes the thing is a human being.
What?
And that's 40 years in the making.
$1 million movie. Fuck off.
What a terribly inarticulate man. Speaking of which, producer Kiss Meledandri said...
Articulate man.
said that the film pushed the technical and artistic capabilities of the studio to new heights. And by the studio, he presumably meant the animators.
Yeah, the poor animators who attract my ire for the Minions style, despite being the hardest working, poorest bastards in the entire industry.
Sometimes these absolute monoliths to late-stage capitalism look gaudy, and it's okay to call them such without offending the sensibility of the slaves who built it.
That's true.
It's true.
Yeah, you're right. I am in the clear. Good stuff.
I believe so. I believe we all are, always. Lots of marketing, which hilariously plays out alongside everybody just complaining about the voices, so it's just constant criticism over them yelling that, you know, it's a whole new vision. Speaking of which, the whole film was illegally posted to Twitter and watched 9 million times in the space of 7 hours.
Wow.
By one guy.
28 years old.
He's 28 years old. Incidentally, it was only possible to upload the entirety of this movie in high definition to Twitter because of changes that Elon Musk made.
I think he's driving us forward as a species, and I just can't wait to see where it goes. Into a bin?
I'm really glad, actually, that our Prime Minister met with him on Friday. Genuinely, he did.
Oh.
And I hope that that's just the beginning of greater involvement of Elon Musk in our government and our policy.
He's been such a sensible, well-meaning guy till now. Self-effacing, very selfless, and
yep.
I think
every project he's been involved with has only gone up in value, and I just really hope that one day, you know, I have a family so that he can adopt them if necessary.
He can force them to come into work rather than work from home.
Yeah.
When the next pandemic hits.
Absolutely.
I can't wait.
I can't wait, and I'm going to go watch Iron Man 2 again, just so I can see that sweet, sweet man's face. Critics reacted to the film like they were too cute to die.
Oh.
The all was excellent. Read her reviews all the time, everyone, Clarice Lockery said.
Okay.
It's hard to demand all that much from a Mario Brothers film when its source material has been historically devoid of plot, but shouldn't we be allowed to demand a little bit more than mere competency? Shouldn't we?
Shouldn't we?
But
no.
Dare we, in Elon Musk's world?
Well, I was going to say, would Elon Musk ask for that? Yeah, he would.
Elon Musk finds competency aspirational, and so should you.
And yet he is exacting in it from other people. He's a hero.
Oh God, the public
doesn't let his own limitations get in the way of demanding nothing but perfection from people.
Elon Musk is my power-up. The public, meanwhile, felt that pain is the best teacher. Mateo Chavez on Google said, if you were to travel back in time to see how fantastic Nintendo can be, then you'd already know the truth to see how spectacular it can be with this movie. This movie had everything burning brighter than a supernova, and everyone, including my friends, liked it. Everyone, including my friends.
And they're the worst.
Dicks!
And I hate them.
We'll never forget the day we watched it together. The incredibility of this is that the characters are funny and amazing. Who knew they would bring some greatness in the movie with so many great personalities? This brought me to remember the times I played the Mario games in days of old. And Mario Chavez, sight and sound.
Luke Kelly of the Dubliners. In days of old, I played Mario with my dick friends.
Who liked it somehow. I'll never forget that day.
On Raglan Road. I've been listening to a lot of Dubliners recently.
We rocked a rhyme. We rocked a rhyme so hard it was tricky.
It was tricky.
Tricky, tricky. I assume that these are... I don't think I've heard the Dubliners, so I'm just assuming they're old folk singers.
They did... They did, I was about to say they did Old Lang Syne. That's not true. You know, they did all the fucking folk songs that everyone sings, but Luke Kelly is a man. Is a man and a half. And
I'm going to believe you on that, mate.
Thanks,
My
mate.
God, we're still doing the intro. Scott Menville.
Jesus.
It's a three-man. He's a three-man because he was in the Emoji Movie doing additional voices.
Oh, okay.
Doolittle as Mouse and Mario as Scott Menville, I've written. I don't think that's right. Plays himself.
Plays himself. Wandering around, being a guy.
Watch out, that fireball's going to hit Scott Menville.
Then they cut the second half of that scene.
Pretty sure it was a Let's cut. Carlos Alazruki.
Okay.
Was in Pixels, playing Tattoo. Was in Planes, playing El Chupacabra. Was the Emoji Movie as additional voices, and is in Mario as additional voices.
Okay. Again, I feel like we're criticising the slaves here.
I feel like it's unreasonable to do so. Eric, who is Stimpy from Men and Stimpy, Bowser, said, no, he didn't say anything, but he was in the Emoji Movie, where he was additional voices. Okay, I get the idea of all this now. It's going to be another additional voice guy. He was in Space Jam: A New Legacy as Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Elmer Fudd, Foghorn Leghorn, Marvin the Martian, and Pepe Le Pew in a probably correctly deleted scene.
The additional voices. There's a lot of additional voices in that list.
That is a lot of additional voices, to be fair. And in this, he plays Diddy Kong in that scene he's in.
Oh, that scene. I fucking love that scene. That scene was like the Warner Brothers basketball scene.
That was the scene that finally got my dick friends to put their phones away and actually look at the screen for the first time, and they didn't regret it, mate.
Yeah, this is around the first time that I started being something other than like purely angry, so...
Great scene. Good for that guy. Good for Daffy Duck. Moving on to the slightly more famous of our three-men, we've got Kevin Michael Richardson, who was in Transformers 2, playing Prime 2, and Rampage.
Wonderful.
The Matrix Revolutions, where he voiced Deus Ex Machina, that weird baby thing.
Oh, yeah.
And in this plays Kamek.
Kamek?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. John Bending Rodriguez DiMaggio was in this.
Yep.
He was in Transformers The Last Night, where he played Crossheads, and Nitro Zeus.
Nitro Zeus.
Zuzi-Zeus. Zubi Zoo. He was in this as Uncle Arthur, I assume in like the
Uncle Arthur!
Sequence. Uncle Arthur! And rather brilliantly, he was in Eddie as a construction worker. Makes me want to go back and look out for him in Eddie.
Of all the films we've watched in the last year or two, I'd go back and watch Eddie.
Well, I'll bear that in mind, mate, for our upcoming surprise rewatch. Shit! Shit!
God damn it. It's going to be Highlander 2 again.
Cross them off. Keegan-Michael Key was in Bucky Larson, apparently. I don't think he played the guy who put Bucky onto Dick Shadow, that charismatic man. I don't remember. But he's in there. He's also in The Predator.
He was going to be in it for 3 seconds, just jacking off into a plant or something.
Yeah, similarly in The Predator, he was probably doing the same. Actually, I remember him in The Predator.
Yeah.
He was like the second. He was the guy with Tourette's, I think. I don't remember The Predator. And finally, we got Chris Pratt, mate.
Oh, good.
Movie 43.
Movie 43, yeah.
Jennifer's Body.
Ah, okay.
He was in one scene. And Jurassic World Dominion.
And now Mario.
Welcome in. Welcome into the bin.
Welcome into the three-man bin, Foreman.
Oh, free to a man, free in the bush, free, yo. Films are shit, mate.
This film has 59% on Rotten Tomatoes, 7.1 on IMDb, pretty average stuff. Oh, and made over $1 billion at the box office. So, Paul, you Diddy Kong.
I'm not going to lie,
Yeah.
Paul, I didn't prepare a thing for that.
That was flawless, mate. What's one thing about the Super Mario Brothers movie that made you want to toss yourself down the nearest pipe?
Well, I tell you what, Paul.
Oh?
Tell you what.
Uh-huh.
Cat Mario did look cute. And I think we'd all benefit from taking Cat Mario out for a lovely steak dinner.
It's been a long time since I took a cat out to a steak dinner in general, mate. And it's a rewarding experience. It's one you don't look back from. Yeah. You're never the same afterwards as you were before, and it's just about time.
It's a largely thankless task, though.
More or less, but it's about the experience.
That's true. And we all remember our first time.
Money can't buy that. You just got to grab a cat.
Carpe cat.
Most cats will go. So,
yeah,
we start with a Mario-heavy Nintendo logo. Well, I could be playing Mario.
Oh.
Wait, is that it? Have I just achieved the point of the movie? Can I go?
Yes, and no, you can't.
Oh.
Because, the Koopas are here, everybody.
Can I paint a picture of this opening, mate?
Oh, go on then. I'm going to just switch off for a bit, have a nap.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the wind whistling across an icy plain. The mist parts to reveal a great castle of ice shimmering in the distance. But then, our cool vibe is broken by the emergence of a fiery fortress that glides menacingly into view. Massive chains slam into the ground. And an army of armored soldiers roll out to besiege the fortress. Wow, maybe this won't be so bad after all. It's using an artificial depth of focus thing to make it seem a bit more grounded. And, the Kill Bill music.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, minions.
Yeah.
Ah.
There's gonna be more of that as we go on.
There is. Why are they here, mate? What's all this about?
Oh well, the fucking Koopas are here. At behest of Bowser, who's leading the army against the cute penguin tribe. Actual name, and it's not really the actual name. And they come out and they start having a fight, but pull back and it's a harmless snowball fight.
Oh no, it's so cute for kids.
It's almost good if it didn't look like Gru. And
Love Gru.
Then Bowser shows up. Oh, and Bowser's only bloody voiced by Jack Black. That's not annoying.
That's gonna make him funny.
Oh,
I finally found it, and now no one can stop me!
I forgot that they were being funny. That makes sense. That's brilliant. So Jack Black's here. And
sure is.
He's doing his thing, and they had to animate around that. It's very good. And he's here for the star. The
star!
From the Nintendo games.
I remember jumping all over the place to get that star.
Mario's like, get here, you cunt. Get in me belly, you star. You star bastard.
God, I can't believe we played the Australian version here in Europe, but it was the way the licensing worked. Anyway.
It's crazy, but true. And yeah, so he gets the star, I think. And he either massacres or enslaves the penguin tribe. And
we don't see him most of them again, so I think he kills most of them.
Yeah.
So anyway, in a different world, they introduce Mario and Luigi and explain why we won't be doing the accents.
Yeah.
It's me, Mario!
And Luigi!
Are you tired of paying too much for plumbing? Mamma mia! That's why the Super Mario Brothers are here. To save Brooklyn.
And the Queens!
And your wallet. With the Super Mario Brothers and your family! The brothers! Wow, you were great!
I was great. Are you kidding me? You were great!
I am so glad we spent our life savings on this commercial.
That is not a commercial.
That is cinema. What about the accents? Is it too much? Too much? It's perfect. Wahoo!
They're plumbers in the real world, on Earth.
In the real world.
In a
and
diner.
This is a commercial they've done. This is cinema, Mario proclaims. I start crying. And also, Mario was wearing that yellow cape from Mario 3. Noted.
Okay, good. Good to remember. Cool. Remember how good that was. And, never mind though, there's a character from either the Weekend Warriors movie He's about to be beaten up by the McNamaras, or a character from the Despicable Me series.
Oh, mate, he seems menacing. He seems really scary. Music, how should I be feeling in this moment? Mild amusement. Thanks, score.
Okay, great. He's great, and all of the idiosyncratic ways in which he's animated, or no, unidiosyncratic, fully homogenized ways that he's being animated, fill me with a rage I can't even describe or explain. But
you know what I love, mate, is all these cartoony characters with their over-the-top features in a photorealistic environment. It gives me that sort of lovely Cats feeling.
Oh, and we all love that. And so once it's been established that Mario and Luigi are not even weekend warriors, they're weekend sorriers. They have to go home to their family, who have nothing but disdain for.
They don't quite do that yet.
But they're disdainful.
I know. However, I have 7 jokes to tell. So
okay, I'll strap in.
Luigi gets a phone call, and his ringtone is the GameCube music. Noted. They run across Brooklyn in order to get to a job where there's a plumbing disaster.
God,
yeah, they're not going to be able to stop or rest really until they get to Brooklyn. You know what they should fucking play in the soundtrack, mate?
No, we're not. Come on, let's go. Hey, wait up! This way.
What? Where are we? What's going on?
Oh my god, I have so much context now.
Oh my god. Well, I hope this apt scoring choices continues.
No, it won't, mate. No way. So they get to the apartment, and some plumbing and some hijinks, and then yes, they do go home to the.
Well, no, okay,
the
we're
family.
skipping over the important use of Carmen in the.
Oh
in the
yes, of
plumbing
course,
scene.
beautiful. It's very much like a Clockwork Orange.
Very evocative of the time and place when Mario came out. There's a dog who's animated just like a fucking dog from a Minions movie, and I love it.
I love it.
I
love it a lot. They go home, and their mum's like, "That commercial you did was great. It ought to be on in a cinema." So I cried it.
Paul cries. Noted. And the rest of the family go, just go, huh? Yeah. See what you're trying to do here, going out on a limb and starting up your own business instead of working for the man. The most noble of things to do in America. Shame on you. Shame on you for trying to be different.
Why doesn't everyone do that? If you hate your job so much, why doesn't everyone just start their own business? I don't get it.
Yeah, with the amazing tax cuts given to us by insert name of current ruling party, we've got nothing but reasons. Oh, also, what plumbers wear gloves? Look at your uniforms. Ha 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 ha. This is like college humor or something.
I love it, and I hope that this will mean that the trolls will have nothing to say if we address it all in the movie itself, and that won't be disruptive for anyone. Mario goes up to his bedroom to play Kid Icarus. How old are these guys? Not that anyone can't be a gamer, but seriously, how old are these guys meant to be?
It's hard to tell with the mustache.
It is. It ages everyone. Well, Pauline from Mario Odyssey is on the TV, noted, reporting that there is a massive plumbing disaster. If only there were some heroic plumbers who might be able to help us. So they do. Yeah,
they go for it.
Yeah.
Dennis Hopper's there and he traps them in a sewer.
Shit! The guy from Succession is down there and he traps them all in a sewer. Yeah, you can hear the underground music from Super Mario, noted. And yes, they get sucked into the other world and then get separated. Mario lands in the Mushroom Kingdom where he meets Toad and we hear the overworld theme, all noted. And Luigi lands in Luigi's mansion. Buy it in shops now, kids. What do you mean your parents can't afford a Switch?
What's wrong with them? Are they poor? Don't they like to work for the man?
Why don't they start their own business?
Noted. So, yeah. Oh no. Well, Mario's getting foot massages and happy endings all the way to fucking Princess's Palace, and Luigi's giving the happy endings to a bunch of shy guys.
I love it, mate. Yeah, we see Princess's Palace, which features a largely block-punching economy, which is what everywhere will be if the bloody crypto lads take over.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like you say, they do some pipe stuff. Always be open to pipe stuff, kids. And, you know, they say, our princess is in another castle, noted.
Very good.
And they meet, he bloody meets Princess Taylorjoy. Oh, he met Toad.
He met Toad, Keegan-Michael Toad.
Yeah, Keegan-Michael Toad. And, yeah, she plans to convince the mighty Kong army to defend her kingdom. And then bloody Mario shows up and ruins it all. Yeah.
Oh, thank God you're another human. Yeah, right. Do you want to help me? Yeah.
Just about. My eyes touch in the middle. Oh, so do yours. Great, yeah. Yeah, we're humans. Definitely humans. Yeah, Peach demonstrates the animators do struggle with faces that don't have mustaches covering the mouth. And then then they go on to a bloody platforming thing.
Yeah.
It's like, but I want you to come with me. But first, you must prove yourself with a series of platforming tests. God, that's fucking handy. I'm all about that shit. But he's rubbish anyway.
Yeah, he's rubbish anyway. Never mind. 20th time's the charm. When I said you need to do this, I meant eventually. And I'm
also,
happy to wait.
These are power-ups, incidentally. They give you special abilities that will be convenient at various points in the plot. Wow, this really ties into the emotional core of the film, which is play the fucking Mario games, kids.
Yeah. Oh, and you might have to save a princess or whatever.
Whatever. Isn't the princess the Mario games we played along the way? The princess really needs a hero here.
Yeah.
You know what they should fucking play? Incidentally, mate, I saw this the same fucking day I saw Shazam 2. Fucking shit day, mate. And they also played this song in that. Hack move. Loser shit.
Jesus Christ, what a double bill. What a fucking double bill.
I was so... Go
cunts.
listen to the Jen and the Film Critic that I recorded like the next day. I'm so unhappy.
Haven't slept, just spent the whole time pacing London Bridge. Station.
Lengthways along the concourse. What are you doing? You wouldn't understand.
Oh, mate, another very good choice. I hope they play Wagner next.
During all that, yes, they bonded between attempts. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
It turns out
he kept coming over and like showing her his dick and being like, "You like that?" And then he'd go off and do another round. It's how you do it as a man. That's how men do it nowadays. I've been told. Yeah.
It turns out that Bowser wants to marry Peach. That's the entire note.
Okay. Oh, but Jack Black.
Yeah.
Jack Black's in it.
But Jack Black's there.
So
He's
it's
there
really,
too, so
it's
that
really
also
funny.
happens. It's really funny, mate.
Oh.
Toad also joins Mario and Peach for their epic adventure in a montage.
Best bit of the movie.
God, I wish I'd had a chance to sort these because yes, we cut back to Bowser wanting to be who is in love with Peach, and he does a little bit that they can isolate on YouTube.
Oh, that's good.
For views.
Peach, understand, I'm gonna love you till the very end. Peaches, 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 oh yeah.
That's cinema, Paul. I know you keep saying, "Oh, it's not cinema." This is cinema.
This song did unreasonably well online. You know the one that goes peaches, 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 peaches.
Yeah,
the one that sounds like he fucking improvised on the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, mate. I fucking hate people. I'm sick of it.
Do you remember Everything Is Awesome? A song that was a parody song, but was actually quite good in and of itself.
Yeah. And it's fully.
It had layers.
Taken at face value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even taking at face value was a more entertaining song.
Oh, I see. You're using that to compare to the song in the Mario film to say how uninventive and unimaginative it was. I thought you were just criticizing people. Sorry,
People do suck, but nevertheless, that was better. Okay. So a shot reveals the fire.
I've just gotten back from holiday. I'm very misanthropic. That will wear off as I'm woven back into the daily grind.
I'm sure that this podcast will restore your faith in humanity. So a shot reveals the fire plants. Noted. And we pan up to reveal a whole field of them. Wow, that looks awful. Just on a conceptual level, I don't know if they thought the fire plants would look better when there were hundreds of them, but that's really, really bad. It's like a 90s screensaver.
Well, 90s was great, mate.
90s was great.
I only hope that we're going to start getting some more music from the 90s.
Yeah, like that Run DMC song, Tricky.
Yeah, how does that go?
It's the one that was sung by Bing Crosby in the 90s. Rock a rhyme, it's tricky.
It's tricky.
Rock a rhyme,
come here, lady.
On time.
And he macked off for about 7 hours. He died.
It's unfortunate. Yeah. That's time. That's how time works. Luigi meets Matt Bowser, who throws him in jail. Anyway, our heroes arrive at Kong City, or whatever this is. And their long journey is finally at an end. 7 minutes after it started. Thank God they did all that training. And, a monkey opens the door and roars in their faces, and I remember Doolittle with fondness. That's the fucking state we're at the moment.
Jesus, that's exactly where they need you to be. You got to fight that.
This is how Robert Dooney Jr.
Robert Dooney Jr.
Robert Dooney Jr. This is how he sneaks his way back in. Damn it!
Don't let him.
It's your heart. Don't let him do it. He's gonna be back in Marvel by the end of the year.
It's Doolittle.
Doolittle.
Anyway, kids, here's this next one's by Aha.
So, God. Well, you know what? Tell you what, the monkey's going to drive them to the castle. He takes them on. You know, he takes on them.
You know what does your fucking play?
Hop in.
Play the music! Play the music! This one's for the dads. Love Aha.
No, the dads were born in the 90s. They should be playing Girls Aloud if they want to do this for the dads.
This film is all over the place. Where are you, Tyler Bates?
Oh, where is he? We meet Cranky Kong.
Please.
And just... Why does Hollywood hate voice actors?
So, I heard you want my army.
Yes, Your Highness. Without your help, the Mushroom Kingdom will be annihilated.
What makes you think you're worthy of fighting alongside the greatest army in the world?
Well,
why?
They've realised that voice actors who take pride in their work are just pretentious, mate, and it's much better just to get somebody to come in and go, meh.
That alone was more old man Cranky character than the guy voicing Cranky Kong.
Yeah, I could do Cranky Kong. Listen, I'm Cranky Kong.
That would have been great.
Get down, mine. Shut it, Diddy.
Get down. Come on now. Can't you see? Can't you hire us? Speaking of which, here's Seth Rogen.
Work for nothing.
That most famously expressive man. And Mario has to defeat him in order for the army to do stuff. Be in the movie. There's very little time to process this.
We're so low energy, guys. and this movie didn't. This movie didn't.
There is no time to process this. It's, I challenge your son to combat, next scene is him entering the arena. Even a video game would have like a few seconds to let that sink in. But nevertheless, here we are. We've got to have this under 90 minutes so that we can fit as many screenings into the average day as possible. We're going to make $1 billion.
Stop laughing, we are.
They play the they play the DK rap from Donkey Kong 64, noted, and then do battle.
Oh, it's also relevant. I love it.
And Diddy Kong, noted. And it's time to have a cutesy reference to the oh shit, Donkey Kong just beat the living crap out of him. He just punched him in the face a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just fucking banged him.
He's crying and punching.
Crying and punching and wanking and then punching and crying again.
After that, he does go back to doing the cutesy shit. I guess he got the wrong mushroom, Cranky Kong confidently announces.
Yeah, and then he gets the right mushroom, by which I mean a bunch of power-ups that showcase all the wonderful things you could be experiencing in the Mario franchise, everybody.
Yeah, play the games.
He's in a car. Go play the new one.
Boop-a-da-boop.
Boop, boop, boop. And
he wins. He wins, and he generously spares the life of Donkey Kong. So they get together, and
he should have fucking ripped his head off.
Absolutely should have. They put together their Mario Karts. They're just putting together their cars, and they're about to drive my car, they'll be saying. You know what we should... No, that's way too expensive. Who's cheap?
Didn't even have the courtesy to ask Gary Newman.
Damn it! That would have been perfect, and he's definitely available. Definitely.
Could have used the Vic and Bob version from Shooting Stars.
God, they finally decide to have an interaction between Peach and Mario that's not plot based, and it's nice. But I prefer Seth Rogen yelling. Can you accommodate me, movie? Thanks.
Come to Brooklyn, I'll buy you a turtle.
Maybe I will.
Dude, is this you flirting? This is painful.
Oh, brilliant.
Good.
Noted.
Way better.
So,
Rainbow Road sequence that was apparently the most difficult and expensive to accomplish. Yeah, very impressive. Definitely doesn't look like the rest of the movie.
Yeah. Is it a Mad Max reference? Fury Road, the Rainbow Road.
they Furiosa the Rainbow Road. And it's going well until there's a blue shell, noted, ruins everything.
Ow.
And they end up in the water, and somehow Mario saves Kong. And it's time for a moment between them. Oh, no, there's a big fish. Good.
Okay, cool. They find a means of getting out of the fish immediately. And, well, no, they have a line each of, I don't like you still. Nor I. Well, good. All right, should we use this rocket to get out? Yes, I do like you now, though. Same.
And, yeah.
All right, good.
A few more chances for them to bond, they yell at each other instead. And, oh, my God, I just remembered the Pebble and the Penguin. This movie is making me regress. Oh, God. Peach agrees.
Like the bad things.
Peach agrees to marry Bowser, but then uses an ice flower to ruin the wedding, and Kong gets a fire flower. Ooh, that's a bit violent. Best keep him in the background whilst he has that. So they do. Yeah, Peach murders a whole bunch of people. They win. Yeah. The Mario Brothers reunite.
Oh, they're back in Brooklyn.
The montage implies that days have passed and 3 things have happened since then, so it's great to see them back together. Big bullet gets launched at the Mushroom Kingdom, but Mario distracts it and harmlessly diverts it to the open air, where it hits nothing and explodes.
Yeah.
I look away for the screen for 5 seconds, and when I look back, they're in New York.
Yeah. There's there's a final fight between Bowser and everyone, and eventually Mario hides, and then he stops hiding because he has that memory of his ice cream cone. Luigi's ice cream cone falls off, and Bart comes in and gives them another scoop, and
love that.
It's all really nice. And then he goes out, and they take the star for themselves as a final power up for Luigi and Mario.
Well, that's after they have a little moment where they try to introduce the idea of Mario being too scared to fight anymore, and they really try to make this an emotional moment with really impactful music. But sure enough, 15 seconds I timed it after introducing this character flaw, he resolves it. And goes back to just being brave and effortlessly capable again, like he was. And lucky, very, very lucky.
And lucky. Yeah. And it's lucky.
And, I love that 90s track.
God, it's fucking... I love the 90s in general, Paul. If only there was some more of it in this. But yeah, no, Mario remembers when we gave Luigi the extra... It was Bart, and he gave him the extra ice cream scoop, and everything was good again. And they take the star, and there's a really thrilling final fight with some great slow motion shots, which in an animated movie aren't as impressive as they thought it was going to be. And then they win again.
Yeah, they win again. They beat Bowser and save the day, and everybody loves them now, and Donkey Kong is here. And it's time to get up the next morning, though. Sun's shining. There's not a cloud in the sky. Ah! The medley. Oh, that's a quick fire. Yeah, it just ends. That's it. They won. Sorry, the dream fell apart there at the end, but nevertheless, the movie ended very much in the way that you'd expect. Look, they fought Bowser and won, and everything was fine.
Yeah.
Damn it. Damn you.
And now they have constant access to a bit of Mario World on the side, and the totem never stops spinning.
It never did, and it's gorgeous. Now, please give me your thoughts on Mario in 30 seconds.
Okay, that's perfect. That's actually very easy because I wrote a single line and thought, I don't actually need to do anything more than that. Ultimately, an extremely efficient Mario nostalgia manufacturer, which served a twin purpose of being a completely underwhelming and annoying movie.
Fuck yeah, mate. I'll try and be as eloquent, but not quite as pithy. It's mediocre as an adventure story with very little stakes or reason to care. There's this constant thing. I said some of this on Jen the Film Critic, but there's this constant thing wherever a character's in danger, they just get rescued by something that was just off screen. A ledge we didn't see a moment ago, or a character swinging in we hadn't seen. I respect the attempt to adapt the incredibly participatory platforming action of the game into something visually engaging, but there's just no peril. It's extremely unfunny. My God, even for a kid
it's excruciatingly unfunny.
Jesus, there's not a gag in this that actually lands, and that's quite impressive. Dialogue feels improvised in many places. There's a bit where Toad is going to cook for some guards, and he looks like he's about to beat them up. Then it turns out he's going to cook them some dinner, and he says, "Anything you want to eat, I'll just scramble it right up." It's like Rick and Morty B takes. Like, like it's almost anti-comedy with how bad it is. Yeah, boring voice actors. I hate this trend, as explained, and it panders to fans with gratuitous references and on-the-nose music choices, disguising its deeply cynical raison d'etre.
Yeah. Yeah. the only other thing, which is also less pithy and slightly more pissy, plenty of details, and for me there were plenty of details and quirks that were fun, including the incorporation of game mechanics into the worlds. I appreciate the ballsiness that they went to do all of that. But everything is on the nose and constantly punching you in the face again and again in the hopes of hitting the nose, and every now and again when it hits you in the nose it goes, "This is from the Matrix," or "This one's by a-ha." And you just have to roll with that. It is just the Warner Brothers basketball scene. It
feels very much like a bad Shrek movie, in as much as it's just filled with pop culture references and stuff that's intended to keep parents on board, whilst being as broad as possible to try and keep kids engaged. It is a kids movie.
References without purpose.
References without purpose, and it is a kids family film being marketed to as broad an audience as possible for the sole intention of making money, and as a result, it has that deeply cynical feel to it of just being soulless. It's not just a bit of silly entertainment. There's a lack of effort here, trading on big visuals and nostalgia, which feels like a deeply upsetting attempt to sort of rinse money and increase brand awareness. And it just there's no charm, there's no heart, and it really sucks that it worked as well as it did, because this is the second highest grossing movie of the year behind Barbie.
Oh Christ!
And it's interesting because Barbie is also a brand building sort of cynically motivated, I'm sure, attempt to, advertise Mattel products, and Barbie in particular. And yet, it does that, but also as far as it can, and we will talk about the fact that there are limitations on how far it can do that, as there would be for any kind of project like this. It does try and push back a little, say something, you know, actually deliver a good message for kids, for little girls, and even poke fun at its own brand. Yeah, it's an interesting comparison, this and Barbie.
Yeah, no, it really is. Within the constrictions of a brand, like a brand ambassadorial movie, it dares to do something and stretch its legs. Whereas this is the broadest, most cynical possible version of this.
By rights, this is what Barbie should have been if someone like Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach and all the incredible cast hadn't been involved.
Yeah, this is what one of the earlier iterations would have been.
Yeah.
Before they were born.
Yeah. Yeah, it's exactly what you expect, and that's a shame. However, there are always good things to say about a movie, so let's quick fire.
Oh, free to a man, free in the bush, free, yo. Film's a shit, mate.
As mentioned, yes, I did enjoy the Brooklyn platforming bit. The bit where they have to get to a job, and so, suddenly we go into a side-scrolling mode, and just for a few little minutes we're seeing like a platforming kind of level. The timing isn't quite there, it's a little awkward, but there's still some really cute moments and some, fun little bits, which were nice and made me a little excited when I first saw it. Like, oh yeah, you can translate platforming into parkour stuff. Maybe this will be fun. He does do a superhero landing, though.
Yeah. Well, that's how you know it's cool.
Nowadays. Oh, I was wondering.
These days. Yeah. I found it quite pleasing, the Cooper balls rolling out of the ship at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
It was like that Sony, is it Sony advert with all those bouncing balls going down a San Francisco street?
Oh, yeah.
But, animated.
Oh,
so
yeah. They actually did that,
quite the same.
That street. They got the money. The motherfuckers.
Yeah. They got the money and they got the fucking balls.
They got the
balls. Literally and metaphorically.
You could better believe they got those balls. Well, not anymore, though. They all rolled into San Francisco Bay. Still there to this day. It's dreadful. But now people interred in Alcatraz, yes, there are still some. They can just walk over. Bounce over. It's actually fun. They're encouraged to do it. So
commit a crime so you can bounce back. Across
I'm going to bounce back from this. Oh, sure you will. And then you literally will. Oh.
You meant literally?
Yeah.
Touche, criminal.
We need to do something about that. When he gets to the Mushroom Kingdom, I just like seeing Mario creatures in the wild. Like, I don't know the names, but if Sarah Keep were here, she'd know the names. The little caterpillar guy with the spikes on his head, the weird little leg, the little caterpillar thing with the spikes. The weird thing that like has long legs and a body in the middle, and it just sort of bluff, and then the other one swings over.
Bluff. Yep.
Yeah, it's fun. You've got all these creatures. Why not make a sort of habitat out of them? I like that.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like Pokemon
I like one of those
World, whatever it was called.
It's one of those Pokemons.
It's like a Pokemon.
When one of those big bloofy guys bluffs over Mario, he looks up and goes,
Hello.
and it's the best line of Chris Pratt's from the entire movie.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Oh, my favourite line of Chris Pratt's was his pained noise when the guards pile up on him, because he does a very what's his name in Lego Movie? Emmett. He does a very
Okay.
Wait!
That's a good Chris Pratt noise.
I liked him in the Lego Movie.
Yeah, I liked him in the Lego Movie. I like a lot of Chris Pratt. Relieved that they didn't go for that Italian accent all the way through. For any Italian accent all the way through, that would have been
I wish they
more
got an
than distracting.
Italian man to do an Italian accent all the way through.
But it still would have been offensive to me.
No.
There was a reassembling of a skeleton Cooper that had a stop motion feel to it. Phil Tippett, 40 years in the making.
God bless him. Okay, it's a bit broad, but I do like Bowser presenting the bouquet of flowers, and then they all start trying to snap at her, and so he throws them on the ground and then quickly stamps them out, and I think the quick stamping reminded me of like funnier stuff.
This reminded me of something that would make me laugh.
That's the nicest thing I can say about this movie.
No, I also liked because it was out of shot as well, the stamping, and he just had like a slightly concerned face as he did it. It was good.
Yeah.
When Toad and Mario get into Toad Kingdom and he's trying to make room by going, oh, like the game. And he's running through and he's going, excuse me, coming through. This guy's brother's going to die immediately. Which was a good
yelling.
Good yelling, I think.
No need to lampshade it with the following line. We got it. We get the idea.
Yeah.
But I like the yelling.
Yeah. Yelling was good.
When the blue shell explodes on the Rainbow Bridge, that's right, I'm already this far. The effect of the bridge breaking beneath the explosion looked good. It had a sort of slow-mo guys style wave to it, which I enjoyed.
Nice. Don't worry about it because I'm pretty heavy on for the first half an hour, and then it gets sparse after that.
Pretty top heavy as usual.
Lads. The system of pipes that were used to get around the Mushroom Kingdom or whatever it's called had these like LED hands that turned to crosses whenever somebody was using a pipe.
Oh yeah, like in the game.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen that in the game. I think the last Mario game I played, other than Party with all of our best mates, was probably 64.
Oh wow! I think there was a period where I was away, but ever since owning a 3DS, I've played everything since then.
Yeah.
So that's an awful lot of games. But I missed out on the Wii stuff because I never had a Wii, so I didn't play any of the Galaxies. And I didn't have any of the GameCube ones either, in spite of having a GameCube. I was too busy Resident Eviling.
Too busy playing with bears.
I was too busy playing with bears and getting bezels and getting really good at bezeling. And that's why my roof is... So when they crash into the water and there's rain, heavy rain, like the planet of Camino, where the clone army was created. They're in the rain, it's water, and the Rainbow Bridge, there's like pieces of it beneath the surface, so there's like a glow coming up from beneath, and it's quite a nice looking shot.
Okay, that's pretty good. Don't take my yawning to mean disinterest in that.
I never, mate.
I'm incredibly tired. I liked the 3D establishing shot of the obstacle course once it'd gone through all the different elements, all the different elements of it.
Ailments.
And then it showed you it in its glory. It was quite a satisfying 3D representation of it.
It made me want to play it, mate. Made me want to have a go. And that's good advertising.
That's good married advertising.
It's good advertising. Right? You're very tired, and I love that. When Bowser attacks the Mushroom Kingdom, like Toad is right by her. I think his army goes to attack some of them, and Peach just says, "Don't hurt my toads." I like the fact she pluralizes them. They're so not individuals. Leave my toads alone.
I've invested a lot in Toad kind. Well, actually, the training course, the montage was relatively fun, and I can imagine how this would be appealing to proper Mario fans or fans who wanted the least amount of effort possible.
Love that.
But still wanted that little recognition joy.
Oh yeah, recognition joy is the best. Yeah, the medley of Koji Kondo themes that played over the end credits I really liked. He's obviously a master. He's done so many great themes, and just having a few of them put together in a sort of symphonic arrangement was lovely, and I enjoyed that a lot. And then the movie was over, and I was happy.
Everyone was winning at that point. When the bouncer Kong glowers in Peach's face and she glares back in a very small way. I enjoyed that, and it was quiet. There were no performances going on. When Toad shows up in his monster truck is very funny. The shaking of it shakes Toad's shades down his nose.
Oh yeah,
which was fun. When Mario pulls up alongside Kong leans over and whispers, "I hate you," and that was unexpected.
Love that,
because it was in the middle of like hey, here's an out of context song that everybody remembers. Parents, kids alike, you're all just having fun, and that's great. And then it cuts through it with I liked the look of Rainbow Road.
Yep.
Lots of colours, and I like those.
I like colours. They're pretty.
I love them. All of them. All of them and none of them, mate. That's what I always say.
Most of them.
Most of them and some of them. And when King Bob-omb sits down at the wedding and knocks a green shell, and it goes into that eternal ricochet back and forth along the pew. That was a satisfying little sound and feel to it.
Love that.
And then eventually he just puts a hand out and stops it.
That's quite cute. I missed that.
It was good.
Maybe
and just after that, actually, in preparation for the wedding, a coin comes out of one of the coin boxes and it rolls towards two Koopa troopers who are guarding the door. And one of them just looks left and right sneakily before trying to reach for it with a foot, and then it cuts.
Before he gets it. I like that too.
Yeah. And that's
great. Cool. Well done. I think we better check in with the OG team.
Oh, no.
OG team. When you check the OG team, it's tricky. So on Facebook, it's Jennifer Soames. Jenny. She says, Jack Black's Peaches is very good. I might have to listen to it on its own. Within the movie, I was annoyed, but I was annoyed by everything in the movie. And I appreciated it being attached to this movie. However, knowing Jack, he may have come up with this organically anyway. This will never measure up to the Bob Hoskins, Dennis Hopper masterpiece. I will forever mourn the sequel baiting at the end, leading to naught. It's tragic. Perhaps they could try the other scripts Peaches Salt found. Yes, I did find other scripts in that episode. Live action is still an option, and it doesn't have to be geared towards children and or nostalgia for parents. It's true, it doesn't. And I think kids actually respond better to like slightly more grown-up stuff.
To better movies.
Yeah, or at the very least, just stuff that's willing to lose some kids. You don't have to appeal to all the kids.
And you shouldn't be making something with, I hope all the kids get this in mind.
Well, indeed.
Because they don't deserve it.
Meanwhile,
they haven't lived as long as we have.
They haven't, damn it. Nobody respects me. Me specifically. So, over on X, we have got She Shoots Schnapp Shots by the Seashore. Fucking nailed it. Old Man Calloway, who says...
I thought that might be him.
Yeah, it was probably going to be him. I was honestly surprised when I heard this was getting panned by critics. I thought it was simple, silly fun with plenty of Easter eggs for older fans. Similar reasons to why we hated it, but I'm glad that did all work for you. I think the fun bit is what we needed. It's like I didn't have the fun during this, so... And it's not necessarily... I should have said it. It's not necessarily that banned by critics. I think it was like 60-something%. So...
Yeah.
Most people, found it average, and I found it a little worse than average. That's why I wanted to take it on here, because it is, I think it's the outlier in the top 10 movies of this year as being notable for being bad.
Yeah, I also mostly didn't have the fun.
Yeah.
And that's going to stop me from having fun.
Yeah. Elliot J. O'Neill, at Elliot J. O'Neill, said, I'm kind of programmed to love Mario stuff, so I loved this movie. Needed more Luigi, though. Here's hoping they rectify that. That one, an only mistake in Super Mario's 2, Electric Boogaluigi.
Ah, okay.
That is good. Thank you, Elliot. Skyver, at Skyver SPG says, Peach was surprisingly badass. She was. It was true. Nice that she didn't need rescuing from the wedding and that she did the ice thing. That was a fun reveal that she had the ice flower. Although...
That's true.
I guess they'd set up the idea of flowers. She has some agencies. Also, another good thing, I quite like the way the flowers are implied to work, that you kind of gather up some energy from them like nectar and then chuck it. That was... Although it does then entirely cover you and change your outfit, which is still a bit,
Telegraphing it?
Well, it's just a little odd. It's
Change your dress, Peach? Yeah, for no reason.
No, it's the idea that when you take some energy from the flower, it changes you into the alternate self, like it does in the game when you collect a flower. Like it makes Mario's suit white, that kind of thing. Anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you to the OG team and all of your things. It's interesting. The OG team have been more positive than we. And what do you think of what do you think of that?
Bloody critics, mate. I'm sick of it.
I'm sick of
do you know what?
critics.
We've established the critics don't like the fun. And we both just said we didn't have the fun in this. So
yeah. I actually had fun
us.
and hated this movie because of it.
Okay. Well, that's different.
Yeah. Well, no,
You're
I feel
more
like
of a
that's
Peter Travers sort of
Yeah.
entity.
I feel like I'm a real film critic now. I despise the joy this caused in me.
Of the Leslie Halliwell ilk.
And I'll do everything I can to tear this film down, which includes recommending, instead of watching this, participating in the One Better Things. The One Better Thing.
Detective Pikachu, Electric Pikachu.
Wonderful.
Yeah. It had all the fan service, and it was very broad appeal, but it had a little extra of its own voice.
Yeah, it was good in spite of those things, I think. It had a sort of world that felt interesting and fun to explore and exist in, as well as a little story it was telling.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to go for two things that aren't movies, because ultimately I'd like people to see fewer movies like this if possible. Take your kids to bloody Pretty Red Dress.
The park.
Teach them a couple of things. So, take them to the park, to goddammit. But
take them to a cockfight.
If you want to do some stuff with your kids, and it's not cockfight, then there are two great things I'd like to recommend. One of them is to play Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Wonder just came out, and I'm sure that's great too. I haven't played it yet. But Super Mario Odyssey is just wonderful. It has everything you want from a Mario adventure, as well as all the sort of platforming fun, and you should play it with your kids. And then if you want to watch something, well, I was very recently introduced to the Cartoon Network television show, beloved by friends of the podcast, Sarah Keep and Jen Blundell, Over the Garden Wall.
Over their garden wall?
Over the Garden Wall. I've heard Sarah talk about it before and how much she loves it, but I was shown it at a sort of watch party thing I was at, and it's only 10 episodes long, and each episode's about 11 minutes, so it's about the length of a movie, and oh my god, it's wonderful. It's some of the guys involved in Adventure Time. It's hilarious. It's so cute. Really well animated, and it just reminds you that stuff marketed to kids can be funny, it can be interesting, it can be original, and it can just be purely entertaining. So I highly recommend you check out Over the Garden Wall if you haven't. I know I'm a bit late to this party. Paul, now that we've done the One Better Thing, how can people find out about this tragic podcast?
Well, you might have to go back and listen to previous episodes where I talk about how you get in touch and do all the things, because I just flat dang can't remember.
Damn it.
But I would probably say, I know, but I feel like I would say something like logging into X, formerly known as Twitter, and at the onegoodthingpodcast.com.
I'm doing this live, mate. It's going well.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let me know. Is that working for you?
Yeah.
Okay, onegoodthingpodcast.com/Twitter, and then in like get your booleans right. Asterisk One Good Thing Podcast with Paul and Paul. Asterisk.
Paul asterisk. Oh, I've been hacked.
Oh, you're lost. Well, that's going to happen. That might happen to a lot of you.
An awful lot of
it's
you.
worth it, because if you can get through that, and once you've finished apologizing to everybody, on Twitter, aka X, aka twitter.com/the One Good Thing Podcast with Paul and Paul, we put out the call for the One Good Thing, where I almost said for as little as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive hours.
You can get
hours
exclusive access to reading that tweet.
And we put out the call for the OG team every week, so I imagine. So if we're watching a movie and you've seen it and you have some good things to share, or opinion in general, but hopefully a good thing, why don't you let us know on there? You could also do so on Patreon, where for as little as $1 a month, as well as getting access to our hot button on the minute tweets. I paused in the middle of the word tweets then, because my brain went, you should have said treats, and I had to remind my brain that no,
shouldn't have.
On tweets you send tweets, not treats. So but on Patreon you can give us some money and you get some extra hours.
Yeah, that's
of
it.
Stuff Jesus, what's wrong with my brain?
Give us money, we give you content. That's how it works. Do it now. I think
that's how it works.
I might have forgotten to upload on Monday. I don't know. I'll check.
Yeah, but other Mondays you get some shit, and we're really grateful for it.
Most Mondays,
and that's a lot more than Seth Rogen could say.
Oh God, yeah, he's on a
different
yearly
voice.
sort of range at the moment. I'm Paul Rogan.
I'm Paul Popular as Seth Rogen.
The one good thing about Super Mario Brothers movie is the bit where John Leguizamo comes out and says it's Mario time.
Hey, Mambo.
That's tricky.